All right, guys, welcome back. Thanks for sticking with me. We are on lesson 5 of week 3. And you guys last week filled out a survey for me, and I asked you which part of the car we should look into next, whether it was the fuel system or the air system or the ignition system, like the spark plugs. And I have the results here, but before I get to that, I just want to show you that we got 24 people responding from period 5 and 18 from period 6. So period 5, nice job, you're in the lead. You do have a few more people in the class to start with, but technically I guess you're in the lead. So last week you responded to that survey. Again, thank you. And here are the results here. So 50, let's see here. So most people, 40% said that we should look at the fuel system first. And part of that I asked you, which one is easiest to do. We don't want to have to tear apart the car to that shouldn't be our first step. Like, we should do the easy things first and then go from there and do the hard things, right? So fuel system was first, spark plugs was second. No, I'm sorry, fuel system was first, and then air was second. Spark plugs was last. Okay, so so I think for the fuel system, a lot of you were saying that we should look at the fuel filter because filters are easy to check. So I went and I tried to Google that, figure out on my car whether I could do that or not. So I typed in 2007 Nissan Sentra fuel filter. And when I did that, I got all this information about fuel pump removal, and but nothing about a fuel filter. So apparently the fuel filter, there isn't a fuel filter on this car. It's in the fuel pump. And where's the fuel pump? Well, the fuel pump is in the back. It's inside of the gas tank. So to get to it, I don't know if I can see a picture here, but to get to it, basically you have to take out the back seat and then open up the fuel tank and then replace a part that looks like this inside of there. So that kind of seems more difficult than I was hoping for in my first step here. So the second popular answer was to look at the air system and look at the air filter. So if I type in 2007 Nissan Sentra air filter, how to replace an air filter. So this right here, just the fact that this how-to video is 2 minutes, and I got an ad here, but it's 2 minutes and like 18 seconds long. So that means that this is going to be pretty simple to do. So here's a video on how to do that. So I just watched this video, and then I went outside and I looked at my filter, and I'll show you what that looks like in a minute, what I saw. And what I'm hoping that you can help me out with by the end of today is that I'm hoping that you can go out, and here's a picture of my filter. I'm hoping that you can get your filter out of your car. So go outside, find a car, your car, your parents' car, Uncle Larry's car, whatever the case is, and see if you can show me what that filter looks like, because I need to know if my filter looks the same as yours or if mine's dirty or what's going on, right? So we should have seen in our warm-up that, of course, if you cut off the air to a fire, the fire goes out. And so if my fuel filter, or if my air filter is blocking air from getting into the cylinder, then I won't have this reaction happening, right? And I won't be producing that energy. And that's what I need to make my car run. So without further ado, I'm going to show you the clip of me taking that air filter out. So thanks. See you guys on the other side. So step one, I'm gonna pop open this hood here, and we're gonna start looking for what you guys suggested. So I think it's right down here. And you gotta come over here and find the little latch, which is always way harder than it should be. Oh my gosh, I think I found it one-handed. All right, here we go. I don't want to get crushed, so I'm gonna take this little thing right here, the stand, and let's see, I gotta put it right here. All right, Now I'm set. So after you pop the hood on my car at least, you have to reach your hand underneath there and look for this lever. You can't see it very well, but you got to push that lever over, and then that will allow you to lift the hood up after that. Sometimes it's kind of hard to find, but you can do it on your car. So I think in my car, this here is the air filter, and this is the box where the air comes in right here. Well, it actually starts over here, goes into this scoop right here, goes down through here, in that pipe, and comes up into this box where the filter is, and eventually goes through this pipe here and into the engine over there where it gets combined with gasoline and spark. Alright, so let's see on mine. I think you take this clip off, and that kind of slides back and out of there, and here, just with one clip like that, here's my whole filter contraption. And what I'm looking for is I want to know if this thing has any buildup on it, if it's got a bunch of dust or if it's dark or something. See if it's maybe needs to be replaced in some way. Alright, so I don't really know what I'm looking at here, but it looks pretty clean. I mean, it looks like air would go through it. I don't know how to test that. I can breathe through it. I think there's air coming through there, but maybe you guys can help me out. I mean, should it be this color yellow on there, or should it be all white, or what's going on with that? Maybe you guys could show me what your air filter looks like, and we can compare the two. Alright, so to get this back in there, it's the same process, just in reverse. So I'm going to take this, it goes in this way, it's the only way it fits in, and that's a good seal. And then I think it's going to slide back down into here. There we go. And it should clip up in here. Maybe it's a two hands now. Alright, I think there it is. Got it on there. So to check at the end, just make sure that you've got a seal, that there's no big gaps anywhere around the box where the air filter goes. If you could help me by showing me what your air filter looks like, then I can use that for comparison, and we'll be able to figure out if that's the problem or if something else is going on. If my air filter looks the same as yours and isn't dirty and doesn't look like it needs to be replaced, then maybe we can eliminate the air side of things, or at least eliminate the air filter and start moving on to other things like the fuel or potentially the spark. Okay, thanks guys.